Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, TomDog247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Woo, baby, alright. So, I have a new microphone, and I want to make sure that it's working. So just bear with me, folks. I announced this on a video I did previously. Bear with me, folks. I announced this, and it works. Okay, I don't need to do anything else. So, okay. So, all right. So, it is pretty good that we have it up and running and everything like that. So just making sure. As I mentioned before, it's this microphone. Okay, it's the Snowball Ice Black. This one right here by Blue Microphones. So it's actually pretty good, and so far it's actually working very well, and I actually like it. It gives my hands more chance to be more vocal and everything like that. So I got some future projects working along where this microphone can come in very, very handy. So I'm actually looking forward to that. So just keep tuned on what I'm going to be doing next, so we don't know. So only way you can find out is to follow everything where I mention to follow. That's the only way you're going to know. And ringy dingy that bell so that you can be notified on what I'm going to be doing next. So it's always a good thing right there. Get everything in order. Before we get started, let's go off the shout outs of what's going on there. My good buddy Josh always likes to inform me on some cool stuff. So big shout out to him, and shout out to his podcast, Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You can check him out on iTunes. You can download the Podbean app on your phone. And you can also check out absolutetalk.podbean.com for you webheads out there. So it's a very good podcast that he does each and every week. You'll love it as much as I do. You'll be entertained as much as I have. So definitely worth checking out. It's Absolute Talk with Josh Albert on podbean.com. Big shout out to my friends over at Gaming Pros and Otherwise and Gamer Geeks on Facebook. Check them out. We always have a great time, and you'll have a great time too. Just tell them Tom Dog sent ya. Also, a big shout out to my good friend Jen. Why? Because it's just Jen. How's it going, Jen? And big shout out to my friends Marissa and David. How you doing? What's up? Hope you're watching on this chilly evening. It snowed a little bit today, but not much to shovel, so that's good. I'm glad for that. So yeah. So big shout out to them. Plugs, not the hair plugs. We all know I don't need them, even though I do need a haircut. Loot Crate. If you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you are missing out on some awesome stuff. Earlier, just a little while ago, I just got done uploading November's unboxing, November's box, which was Laboratory. Had a lot of fun with that, so definitely worth checking out. You don't want to miss out on that. So in between watching this show, you can go on YouTube right now. You can check it out. Check out the unboxing, or if you want to wait, or for those who like to simulcast, like I do, like to multitask, you definitely worth checking out as well too. One quick note. I'll say that after everything. LootCrate.com is your place to go, so definitely worth checking out. Don't want to miss out on the box that's coming up for this month, December, and that's Scavenger. So you don't want to miss out on that. Oh, excuse me. Don't want to miss out on that. So the box is going to be really, really cool, and you're going to have a great time looking at it as well too. So worth every penny, and it's just in time for the holiday season. So don't miss out. So don't you dare miss out on this box coming up. It's really, really awesome. Also, Funko.com. Definitely don't want to miss out on any of the subscription boxes that they have lined up. Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty. You have DC Legion of Collectors, which I think for the DC one, there's going to be some Aquaman themed items in there for that month. Also, sorry about that. Marvel Collector Core and Disney Treasures. You don't want to miss out on these. These are really, really awesome, and you'll have a great time unboxing them as much as I have telling you to get them. So you don't want to miss out on that. I've done some unboxings with them in the past with the Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty, and of course that special one that I did, which was the Marvel Collector Core. So that one was actually pretty cool. So you don't want to miss out on that. Don't want to miss out on that. Another thing you don't want to miss out on is culturefly.com. You got some subscription boxes as well in there too. So, and you complete a survey on their website, you could save 50% off your first order on culturefly.com. So definitely don't want to miss out on that. Just in time for the holidays, as I said. So check them out, culturefly.com today. And of course, this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. And if you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check out these wonderful stores, there's a couple places in Connecticut you definitely don't want to miss out on. And they also have a list of events going on, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that as well. So for more information on directions and list of events that's happening through M&J Video Games and Collectibles, you can check out their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. And this episode is also brought to you by the She Bean Brewing Company here in Connecticut, home of the Alpaca Blanca. I don't know if they still have that, but I still love promoting that because that beer is awesome. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. They have a wonderful website. Oh, what am I doing putting the can back? So it's a homebrew. Support your local brewery. Definitely worth checking out. And if you want to check out the She Bean website, you can check them out on the internet, shebeanbrewing.com, or you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or download the Untapped app today. Definitely worth checking out. And as I said, support your local brewery. Definitely don't want to miss out on that. So. And also another plug just coming in, just in time for the holidays. East Coast Comic Con is coming to May 17th and through the 19th at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Don't want to miss out on that. If you happen to be in New Jersey around that time, you can check them out at eastcoastconusa.com. I understand that Bob Camp will be there. He's actually the artist for Ren and Stimpy, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that if you're a Ren and Stimpy fan like I am. Shake hands with Bob Camp, get some autographs and everything like that. He's really great. Really tremendous, wonderful artist. Definitely don't want to miss out on that. So again, that's eastcoastconusa.com. Don't want to miss out on that. So that's all for you, those in the New Jersey area. I'm giving them a shout out, you know. So yeah, I noticed something that not only am I streaming on YouTube, doing the live stream on YouTube, but I'm actually live streaming on the PlayStation. So for those of you watching watching me on the PlayStation right now, how you guys doing? Head on over to the YouTube channel, to my YouTube channel. Definitely worth checking out. Subscribe to my channel and everything like that. Tell you more about it later. So it is great, and have a lot of fun with that. So I guess you could say that I do simulcasting. So that's actually pretty cool. So big shout out to everybody who's watching me on the PlayStation right now. So how y'all doing? I gotta check out the number of views that I do get on the PlayStation. I gotta check that out. So before we get things started, I have a candy bar that I want to try out. Now, everybody knows that, you know, whenever I see something new, I always want to try this out. And in this situation, a friend of mine told me about it. How's it going, Kayla? And she told me about this, and it was like, so I checked it out, and I was like, so what's this candy bar that you posted? So she told me about it, and so what this is actually really cool. It's actually a crossover candy bar, which is very rare to find nowadays. That they're actually doing this, and this has actually been a long time coming. It's a Hershey bar packed with Reese's Pieces. So that's what it looks like. Hershey's. So that's actually pretty cool. Milk chocolate and Reese's Pieces. So that's actually a pretty cool combination. And so I'm actually going to try this. So thanks again, Kayla, for bringing this to my attention and everything. So I'm actually opening this up right now. I'm opening it the same way that Charlie did in Willy Wonka, and hoping I get a golden ticket, but I seriously doubt that. So, breaking this apart right here. Take a small piece. I can break it apart. So, all right, here we go. That's actually not bad. That really is not that bad at all. It has a very nice combination of it. Needs more peanut butter, though. Just like a tiny bit. But nonetheless, the candy bar is actually very good. I actually like it. It has a nice it's sweet. It's sweet, not too not too sweet like the other Hershey bars are. But it's actually pretty good. I like it. Thank you again, Kayla, for bringing that to my attention. And so I actually hope her and her boyfriend are watching. How you guys doing if you are? So definitely, it's actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's actually my new favorite candy bar. So, all right. So what you're seeing on the screen, right there, is the Sonic the Hedgehog movie poster, and apparently, looking at the picture, there's been a bit of controversy going on, a little bit of difference of opinion going on here. When this was announced, and to be quite honest with you, I'm actually split by this. I think it's funny that the fact that he has muscles on the legs and the arms, a little bit, like has a little bit of muscle mass on the arms and everything, but it looks like the arms are, the arms are more furry. Now, traditionally Sonic's arms are flesh, and we noticed that he has no legs. I mean, not. He has no gloves on his arms, on his hands, and those look to be more flesh. Which a lot of people are upset about, and the quills, of course, is looking like he has fur. That doesn't bother me because of the fact that his, he's a hedgehog, and hedgehogs, yeah, they have quills and everything like that, but there's also a hint of fur on them as well too, and so I don't mind that design as that much. Only I just wish that the arms were flesh traditionally, and he had gloves. But I guess that's what they were going with the, with making them more realistic. However, a lot of people are questioning on what his eyes are going to look like. Some are speculating that they're going to be too realistic, that they're not going to be as cartoony as he traditionally is. But you can see that little bump. I mean, that's where that is his pupil right there. But we don't know what his eyes are going to look like. So maybe later on, we will be given more detail on what he's going to look like. But the one thing that does bother me, and that's on the very bottom. You can't really see it that well in the photo that I gave out, but this picture right here, his shoes. Now, traditionally, his shoes are, they're flat. I'm trying to give out a perfect description, and I think I have it. This is like the perfect description on how Sonic should look like. and I do apologize for the dust. I'm trying to clean it off as best as I can. But yeah. But yeah, it has people split down the middle, and the photo was released on IGN, and Paramount Pictures actually showed off the movie poster, and later revealed on IGN. But yeah, but here's the perfect detail of what he should look like. And I mean, you can see how his shoes are. Why can't they just do the shoes like that? You know, I mean, I don't understand why they couldn't do it like that. I mean, it's his signature shoes, and they're iconic. You know, they're iconic. So changing them to regular running shoes, I mean, that kind of deletes the purpose, if you know what I mean. And I don't know what they were. You know, maybe they'll change it up later, or maybe he'll get, maybe somewhere in the movie he'll get new ones. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It's. I mean, that's my only gripe about it, is that the fact that his shoes are not, really bothering me, because they're not. I mean, yeah, they're red, but that doesn't mean, you know. But again, that doesn't really mean nothing. And they could be, you know, they're just not the iconic ones that I just showed off. And it's just, I don't know. I just hope that the movie does well in the box office, because, you know, video game movies based on video games has this reputation on sucking. Now, I will be honest with you, I have not seen Rampage, but from what I understand, Rampage actually did good in the box office, primarily because of the fact The Rock was in it. But then again, he was also in Doom, and we all know how that movie went. Just saying, folks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And you know, it's pretty crazy and everything. And you know, I just hope the movie does well, because I know, you know, I want this movie to succeed. And you know, there was once an anime of Sonic the Hedgehog, and that one actually did pretty well. I just hope that, you know, it doesn't have the same, you know, it doesn't get ruined, kind of like what Super Mario Brothers did a long time ago. And that movie is almost 30 years old. So, yeah. The movie's almost 30 years old. But I just hope they don't fuck up with the eyes, because, you know, everyone's saying that, you know, it's going to be like, you know, going to make them too animalistic, and I don't think so. But I mean, looking at that picture, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I mean, you know, that's just his eyeball. You know, right there, that's just his eyeball. So, so maybe that part will be, you know, more cartoonish. But Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, has an iconic design, and ruining that just doesn't look well. There was a guy that did fan art, that did a fan video. It's all over YouTube. It's actually pretty good on how he looks like, and it looks very well done. And I mean, with these fan made videos and everything. Hey, David, how are you? With these fan made videos, that the quality doesn't really, the character doesn't really mesh well with live action. But in this case, it actually did a pretty good job. It actually did its job, and I had the fur, I had the fur and the quill, and the quills and everything like that. That was actually pretty good and everything. I'm good. I'm doing good. And a lot of people were complaining. It's like, why does he have human legs and hands and arms and everything like that? Well, to be quite honest with you, I mean, they can now make costumes. They can make Halloween costumes out of this. I mean, so this would actually be pretty well done for Halloween. And you're a little late there, David. I already getting to that actually. But my final thought. There are some good qualities about it, and then there's some bad qualities about it. As I said, the fur doesn't really bother me that much. I know when they showed off the Detective Pikachu movie trailer, that one was actually pretty good. Even though a lot of people give, there was a little bit of questioning about Pikachu and why does he have fur. He's a mouse. He at the end of the day, he's a mouse, and mice have fur. So I mean, it's not like he's a fluffy mouse. He has the right amount of fur on what a live action Pikachu would look like, and it actually looks pretty good. And believe it or not, with the Detective Pikachu, it's actually done by the people. It's actually the art, the designs on these is actually done by the kid who did the fan art, the fan concept on this, and it's also on the internet that you might want to check out too. So that right there is actually pretty cool. That that they're actually using the fan art of this kid that did that, and so he actually got a job doing that. So that's actually pretty cool. A lot of people were questioning about Mr. Mime though in the movie, that he looks freakishly, he looks like creepy and everything like that. Well, again, that's Mr. Mime. He's supposed to be technically he is creepy because he's a mime. So, but he actually stole the show in the trailer. He actually stole the spotlight in the trailer, which I thought was really funny. It was really, really funny. But the one I love, the concept art that I love is Charizard, because I'm a fan of Charizard. So he's my favorite Pokemon, bar none. So I actually like how he looks in this movie. And but anyways, going back to the Sonic the Hedgehog poster, I'm at an average of how I like it. Again, I'm not feeling the shoes. I'm a little disappointed in the arms, that they're not flesh, and he doesn't have gloves. I think later on we're going to see more of this of what, the full review, the full review, the full reveal of this character, which I think would actually look really good. I hope, because even though you're only seeing an outline with a few things here and there to notice, I just hope that it doesn't become a huge letdown, because when they actually show off the trailer, the actual trailer itself, not just a poster, but the actual trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog, we're gonna see, I don't want to. It's like, I just hope that there's not going to be as many dislikes as there were when Ghostbusters 2016 came out. So when the trailer, and everybody knew how a lot of people hated that trailer, and as well as Pixels also got a lot of flack. There were some other movie trailers that got a lot of heat too, but I want this movie to. I really want this movie to succeed. And Sonic the Hedgehog, is an iconic character. He's just as iconic as Super Mario. Even though Sonic has been getting a lot more notoriety than Mario. For example, Sonic has a balloon in the Macy's parade for Thanksgiving. Mario still hasn't gotten one. I don't know why. The only Nintendo character that does have a balloon is Pikachu, and we need Mario. We need Mario as a Macy's balloon. So, come on, Nintendo. Let's do it. Let's make that happen. I mean, I thought it would be a no-brainer with Cappy. Because that's like the hottest selling Mario game right now. Still, I mean, do something. Give us something. I think it would be really, really cool. Hell, I wouldn't even care if it was a float. I really don't care. But still, give us something. Give us something. But yeah. But yeah, again, as I said, the shoes. I'm not feeling the shoes. To me, I'm more of a traditional type of guy and everything. So the shoes kind of throw me off and everything. They just look like regular just like regular off the mill sneakers, and but I think it is kind of funny that he has like really strong, like he has muscle tone in his legs, because it makes him. Because to me, with that shot right there with his legs and the way his legs and arms look, he actually looks more 3-dimensional. I know that's kind of weird with how how 3-dimensional he looks now, but he has like stick legs, and especially in the 3D version. But if you give him more muscle mass in the legs and the arm, then there you go. I mean, it gives him more of a 3-dimensional look, and I kind of like that. Kind of wish he had gloves, but again, I mean, I could probably do without if I can understand a lot better. But one thing I would like to say though, when they open up when the movie comes out, and they do the logo and everything like that. I really would like to have them pay homage to Sega, because I know they're going to throw in the Sega logo in there as well too. Um, that they do the classic Sega tagline, Sega. I really hope that they do that, because that part right there would at least have some sort of value to maybe, if the movie plans on being lame later on. I mean, at least there's some quality there. There would be some assurance that the movie will be okay. It'll be decent. It won't be the best video game movie, but it will be watchable. And I'm really curious on the concept of what Jim Carrey is going to look like with under all that makeup as Dr. Robotnik. And I'm glad that they're using Dr. Robotnik and not Eggman. I mean, they could probably tease it where Sonic calls him Eggman, because he was always referring to him as Sonic sometimes would refer to him as Eggman as a rib, and as an insult, as a ha ha Eggman and everything like that, in the comic books, but traditionally he's Dr. Robotnik, and I am glad that they are going with that. So that right there is actually really, really cool. But I'm really curious to know what Jim Carrey's going to look like as Dr. Robotnik. So, I've seen one, but I don't know if it's real. Let me look it up. Because I got to go on Google anyways. Okay, images. So apparently this is the picture. This is actually the picture I have been seeing. And if this is the case, let me darken this up a little bit. Okay. If that's the case, that's actually pretty cool. If that's the final product of what Jim Carrey is going to look like as Dr. Robotnik, I'm all for that. So that's actually pretty cool. But again, I don't know if that's actually what they're going to go with. I don't. So, yeah, again, I don't, you can take that with a grain of salt, but that shot right there, that actually looks pretty good. And I think if that's the case, then that right there is actually a win right there, because it actually looks like Dr. Robotnik from the video game. So that actually looks pretty cool. So, but we don't know. we have no idea. And in the fact that they're going to give him more 3-dimension, because we all know how his legs are, how Robotnik's legs are. With the fact that he's going to have at least thicker legs, that actually, gives them more of a 3 dimension right there. Even in the cartoons, they actually did it well too. That they, both on the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog that was on Saturday, on Sat AM. So that's actually pretty cool. So I don't have, again, I don't have a problem with that, but I want to see more of this, of what Sonic the Hedgehog's going to look like, because I just don't want to be disappointed at the very end, because if they kept it hidden like this and everything like that, and then we go and see the movie, and then all of a sudden we get disappointed, there's going to be a lot of refunds, I think. So, but again, let's just be glad that it's not directed by Usain Bolt. I mean, not that it's not directed by Uwe Boll. I'm just glad that it doesn't have Uwe Boll's name on it. I'm so glad for that. So that asshole pisses me off. There was one Sega video game that became a movie, and to this day I'm still pissed off by it, and that's House of the Dead. So that movie just totally pissed me off. For real. And what sucks about it is I couldn't even get my money back. I was that pissed off. It's like, I don't even want to get into detail. Damn it. Oops. Okay. So, all right. Trying to Okay. So the Video Game Awards happened, I believe, last week. And yeah, December 6th. And it was at the Microsoft Theater. So that was actually pretty cool. So we're gonna go down the list of games that won what topic or category, I should say. And we're gonna go ahead with the down to list to Game of the Year. The winner for best esports event went to the 2018 League of Legends World Championship. The best esports host went to, I hope I'm saying this name correctly, and if not, I apologize. Sajax, Shocks, I guess. I don't know. I apologize on the name. So don't try to kill me, folks. Okay, or bombard me with hate comments. Best esports moment went to C9 comeback win in triple overtime versus FaZe. Content creator of the year went to Ninja. Audio design went to Red Dead Redemption 2. Best esports coach went to Bukhan Gu. I guess. Again, I hope I'm saying it correctly. I apologize if I'm not. Best esports team went to Cloud9. Best mobile game, Florence. Went to Florence. Very interesting. Industry icon went to Greg Thomas. Games for Impact went to Celeste. Best debut indie game went to The Messenger. Best studio / game direction went to SIE Santa Monica Studio for God of War. Best studio game direction also went to Sony Interactive Entertainment for God of War. Best art direction for Return of the Obra Dinn. Guess I'm saying that right. Return of the Obra Dinn. Best VR game went to Astrobot Rescue Mission from Sony Interactive. Best student game went to Combat 2018. Best strategy game went to Into the Breach by Subset Games. Best action game went to Dead Cells. Best soundtrack and score went to Red Dead Redemption 2. Best action / adventure game went to God of War. Best esports game once again went to Overwatch. So congratulations on that. Best performance, meaning best actor in a cutscene in a video game, voice actor in a video game, went to Roger Clark for Red Dead Redemption 2 for his voice as Arthur Morgan. Best esports player went to Dominique McLean. Not sure what team he's on. Best narrative, best narration in a video game went to Red Dead Redemption 2. Best ongoing game went to Fortnite. Best family game went to Overcooked 2. Best role-playing game went to Monster Hunter World. Best sports / racing game went to Forza Horizon 4, which I kind of anticipated that. Best fighting game went to Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Best independent game went to Celeste. I have to check that out now. Best multiplayer game once again went to Fortnite. And game of the year went to God of War. So congratulations to that. It was actually pretty close from what I understand. with excuse me, sorry about that. For Red Dead Redemption 2, it came very close. From what it looks like, Red Dead Redemption 2 got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 awards, and God of War received 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so pretty much it was tied for for tied. So not bad, not bad. So again, congratulations, are in order for the winners of the 2018 Video Game Awards. So, alright, now I'm looking at the time here. No, this is probably going to be a relatively short episode. So, we're going to pretty much end this video, end this episode tonight. Before we even do the top 5, just want a quick reminder that next week is, we're still going to be doing our regular episode of Channel X. Monday, the following Monday, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, which is Christmas Eve. Expect a live Christmas Eve episode of Channel X. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Going to be a laid back episode, and we're gonna have some fun with it. So, we're also going to be on the lookout for an upcoming Christmas themed Tom Dog Plays. Not sure what I'm going to be doing yet. Something winter themed. I'm sure. But we'll soon see what happens. But again, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let's see, what else? What else? As of right now, I don't know what's going on for New Year's Eve. As far as I know, I should be going down to my old stopping grounds for a guest spot on their New Year's Eve bash. If that is possible, I'm probably going to do a live. I'm going to go live when I do, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that as well too. My little gift for everybody, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And then, of course, ring in the new year as well. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to have a lot of fun. So yeah. All right. So I'll keep everybody up to date on when that will happen. And we will see from there. Okay. So We have been lately doing the game against downtime for IT geeks and IT lovers. It's a card game. Check them out. Paisler.com is the website to go. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's Paisler.com. Definitely worth checking out. They have a lot of fun. This card game is a lot of fun, and you'll have a lot of fun with that too. So the rules are the same as always. I pick a card from the black deck right here, and then these white cards right here will be the top 5 choices that I pick from. So with that being said, the subject for this one is studies show IT people work 100% more effectively after being exposed to blank. So that is the subject of our top 5. So before we end this episode, let's go ahead and do that. So let's find the top 5 exposures to IT people. So here we are at number 5. Studies show IT people work 100% more effectively after being exposed to a sexy meme of your boss. That's actually pretty funny. That one's actually pretty good. Okay, number 4. Studies show IT people work 100% more effectively after being exposed to I'm holding that cable right now. Okay. I think that one's going to be number 5. Right now, sexy boss. A sexy meme of your boss has moved up to number 4. I can do this because it's my countdown. Okay. Studies show, and this is number 3 now. Studies show IT people work 100% more effectively after being exposed to the PC Master Race. Alright. That's good. Hey, Ink Looney, how are ya? Number 2, or as I like to say it, numero dos. Studies show IT people work 100% more effectively after being exposed to the Nokia 3210. The Nokia 3210. Okay. And at number 1, studies show IT people work 100% more effectively after being exposed to debugging layer 8 problems. So I guess that could be troublesome for gotta be careful with the unless they do a lot of debugging. What are you doing? Just came across. Well, earlier we were talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie poster. You can actually leave your thoughts down below there and everything. And we also talked about the video game awards that took place last week, and so my thoughts on that one. And now I just got done with the top 5, and that was your top 5. Top 5. Random tomfoolery is live. Doing the top 5. So yeah. This is basically going to be the conversation piece right there. What everybody thinks of the Sonic the Hedgehog poster that was just released earlier this week. Follow me on Twitter at TomDog247, and if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as the camera goes off. Or you can check it out. Yes, it's coming out, I believe, in spring of next year. It's coming out in the spring of next year. It's going to have Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. There's been some pictures floating around of what he's going to be looking like. You can actually check it out because I did show that off a little bit earlier. So yeah, it is pretty interesting. Definitely worth checking out. So as soon as I turn off the camera, you can check it out. Also for the PlayStation, you can also check it out on the PlayStation. It's going to be floating around the PlayStation Network. So definitely worth checking out as well too. If you don't want to wait for it to upload on, if you don't want to finish on YouTube. Yeah, no. He had some hit and misses when it comes to as far as Sonic being a video game. I played every single Sonic game there is. Unfortunately, I never played Sonic 06, thank God. Because I know how badly that was. I actually even dodged playing Sonic Boom because I knew how badly that game was. But I have Sonic Forces. I actually love the game. I haven't gone back to finish beating it because I'm like this close to beating the game, but it is actually really cool. In spite of what people may think about it, I have not played Sonic Mania, but I have heard a lot of great things about it. A buddy of mine did a review on that. I believe it was either last year or the year before that. He actually did a really great review on that. It was actually really cool. But is he underrated? Yeah, no, as I said. I actually did enjoy watching the cartoons growing up in the 90s. Cuz Sonic the Hedgehog was like everywhere. I did see a little bit of Sonic Underground. It was actually pretty cool. It was actually okay. But I was more of a fan of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog because of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. That one was actually pretty funny. It was on syndication, so I get to watch that show every time I come home from school. So it was really good. I'll say it again because I know you just came in here. I want this movie to do good because when our favorite video game characters be adapted onto the big screen, always has that reputation of not doing well. As if to say with the Resident Evil movies, they were good, but then all of a sudden they started going downward, and they went. It was just like, okay, how many more are they gonna do? And it's just like it wasn't, the first two films were great. I actually, I did enjoy them. Super Mario, I'm going by movies I've seen that are based on video games. Mortal Kombat, the first one was actually pretty good. The second one, I was like, okay. Street Fighter. Again, I was, I wasn't too keen on that. It was horrible. Not a great movie for Raul Julia to go out on. I mean, God rest his soul and everything like that. He's a great actor. He was a great actor and everything like that. And he left us too soon. Rampage, I have not seen yet. I've heard, I heard some mixed reactions about that. It was more good than bad. Doom, I did see, and there were some good qualities of the movie that I liked, but a lot I didn't because it was like, okay. But it was still it was still a movie I can I can like watch at least one more time and be like, okay, if there's nothing really else good for me to watch, I'll throw that on. Um, how fast Sonic really is versus Flash. Um, there's always been a debate about who's faster, Flash or Sonic the Hedgehog. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think um, Matt Pat from the Film Theorist and Game Theory um, did do a theory on this, on Sonic the Hedgehog, about how fast he really is compared to the Flash and everything like that. I have to go back and watch. But I could have sworn that he did do one on that. And in the Saturday morning cartoons, they always refer to him as in the theme song they refer to him as the fastest thing alive. I don't know. To be quite honest with you, I really don't know. Um, I think I think, but if I were a betting man, and I'm really not that well of a betting man, I think Flash is faster than Sonic, only because of the fact that in later comics, from what I've heard, he can go back in time, and Sonic the Hedgehog never really did that. I know in Sonic CD there was a way for him to go back in time and everything like that, um, but for me, the Flash seemed more realistic when it came, seemed more probable when it came to traveling, as far as time travel. So I'm going to give that edge to the Flash. Um, on that one, I think he's a little bit faster than Sonic the Hedgehog. He actually in one comic book series, the Flash did one with I don't know a lot about Sonic. So what's his origin story? Okay. From what I gather if they're going by the comic books, he was actually created by from what I understand, that it was actually a creation by Dr. Robotnik, and he actually I guess I don't his origin story is actually hard to make out, but from what I think he was created by Robotnik back in the comic books, and there was and then there was a blast that allowed Robotnik to be evil. There was an incident that happened in his lab, and that's how Sonic came about, and it had to do with the shoe. I guess it had to do with the shoes as well too. And I don't. It's really hard. It's really hard to make out Sonic's backstory, because not a lot of not a lot of fans really know his backstory, but there are some hardcore Sonic fans that do. I'm a fan of Sonic. I'm just not a hardcore fan of Sonic, but I have played a lot of his games, which were actually quite fun. And I watched the cartoons during the weekday when I came home from school, and wake up Saturday morning and watch it on the Saturday morning. So there was a lot of Sonic cartoons to watch. There was an anime movie. There was a Japanese anime movie that came out as well. But that one's tough to go by as well too. But nonetheless, I really do hope that this movie does do well. As I said, I really do hope that. I really do hope that. So, well, anyways, that's all the time I have for today. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. And if you miss any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as the camera goes off. Leave a thumbs up if you like it. Is there a connection with other cartoon? Is there a connection with other cartoons characters? Strangely, no, because Sonic the Hedgehog's more of a video game character than a cartoon character. He originated from the Sega Genesis back in 1990. So, so he's more of a video game character, and the cartoons came later, and the cartoons made him, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog made him more of a tune. All right, take care, Ink Looney. Thank you for your questions. I appreciate that. But yeah, he's more of a video game character. But I just hope that, as I said before, that this movie does well as a video game adaptation. So adapted from a video game. So I hope so. I really do hope so. And have a happy holiday to you too, Ink. If you're watching, have a happy holidays to you. So yeah, follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as the camera goes off. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Comment down below what you think of the movie poster, or you think that Sonic the Hedgehog is going to do good. Love to hear what everybody else has to say about that, instead of just me having to say my opinion on it. I love everybody's feedback and everything. I appreciate that. Ringy dingy that bell so you can stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And more importantly, more than anything in the world, and I would love you for it, it'll be a Christmas miracle to get the feedback and the views and everything like that. But more importantly, face hug that subscribe button. So we will see you all again here next week, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Last episode before the can you look into Seven Deadly Sins a video? Can you look into Seven Deadly Sins a video? Yeah, I'll give that a look-see. So, and while I do that, be sure to hit that face hug that subscribe button. Comment down below what you think of the movie and everything, with the poster, everything like that. And everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace.